Hello. So tell everybody what this outfit's called.
Well, before we started rolling, Rick called it festive, but I said it's granny chic. I'm granny chic. Like, you can't see my shoes, but even my shoes are granny chic. Do you hear that?
I'm just going for grandpa. I'm not trying to go grandpa chic. I'm just going for grandpa.
No, but you usually, and then you clashed. I don't know why you wore that today. You usually wear the most basic muscle shirt ever that's like gray or black. And then you
it's 40
wear,
fucking degrees outside, so I got to wear long sleeves, quarter sleeves.
You wear bright green and clash with my granny chic.
Clash. You look great. You look great. People like it. We're in a good place. We're in a good place.
We are in a good place.
There's
so much going on.
If you hear things in the background, that's because people are painting in our house.
Yeah,
we're
now. Painting. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving guests, Delilah's birthday. I already have a Christmas tree decorated in the garage. Like, it is every holiday all at once in our house.
It's all happening now. And we've got, we almost pulled the trigger on a 16-foot Christmas tree.
Yeah. And I got scared. I backed out.
And we backed off. We backed off because these fucking trees, dude.
It's not the trees. It's the ornaments. The amount of ornaments you have to buy to like fill a tree that big.
It's not cheap. It is not cheap at all. But everything's coming together great. I do want to give an update on your father.
Yeah.
Because people have been so sweet and so kind, and we truly appreciate the kind words and the thoughts and prayers.
People who are like, if you have questions about this, I can help. If this is a possibility for you, I can help in this way. And I'm just really, really grateful. Really grateful.
Well, so far, it is non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So far. We're waiting on some more tests.
Another biopsy, yeah.
Today is Tuesday. Renae will go back to MD Anderson on Thursday to understand more.
Yeah.
But it is positive. We all have a positive outlook. Daddy Raymond has had some rough days.
Yeah, he does not feel well, so we're anxious to start treatment.
But he's also, he's also one of the most. He's a lot like me. I mean, he's one of the most motivated, hardworking. He likes to be busy.
That's the thing. He has a good day, and he wants to work and get stuff done and be busy, and then his body physically can't
handle it. So we are very excited because we are having Thanksgiving here at the Trevino house, and we're really going all out because we really want to have a special Thanksgiving because Renee's sister has sacrificed so much. Her and her husband Sean, he's in the Navy. And they've been in Japan, and we haven't seen them
since they left.
Since 2 Thanksgivings ago.
Is that what it was?
Or was it last Thanksgiving?
I can't remember. She was here when Delilah was born. Yeah, well, Delilah's turning 2. She was here when Delilah was born, and then she left after.
So 2 years. Yeah. So we're gonna have them here. Renee's brother, my sister, my brother from another mother, Tim's gonna be here. So we're really hoping for a real. We have lots to be thankful for.
Yeah.
And if anything. I love Thanksgiving for the simple fact that we should look at it as a time to be thankful.
This isn't even the Thanksgiving episode. We still have one more podcast before we do Thanksgiving.
So yes, apparently there's going to be a Thanksgiving episode.
Well, I'll hang up a Thanksgiving banner or something.
You know how we do it. But we're really hoping for a very special Thanksgiving. And I just want to thank Aztec Chevrolet for the continued support and love.
Yes.
And if you're going to buy a car, please give them a chance. And Pick Cherries is kicking ass.
Yes. Okay. But this episode, we do have to talk about when you see this, you have a little bit of time after this podcast airs to go and enter the Pick Cherries contest before we pick a winner.
2 plane tickets, hotel room, tickets to my show, backstage.
At the Mirage.
Probably playing craps with us.
With me. I was going to say there was no us in the playing.
I'm going to have Renae bite the leg and go hang out and be happy while I play craps. And then also, of course, Old Salt Coffee. I was in Sacramento, and it's just amazing how many people come up to me and go, "We love the podcast. We love what you're doing." We said a prayer for Daddy Raymond. We entered the contest. We drink the Old Salt Coffee.
Yeah.
So it's just again building a community of people that hopefully are like-minded and you know, I was gonna wait to get into this, but God, I love reading the comments.
I haven't been able to keep up. I haven't read them.
But there's number one, there's been so many positive. Hey, we love you guys, blah blah. But then we put that clip out. It's like a 3.2 million views.
A clip of the new special.
Yes, I Speak Wife,
okay.
which you can watch on YouTube for free. ispeakwife.com will take you right to it. Or if you're
worldwide,
go to YouTube. Yes. But there's one comment that a couple comments that made me just laugh.
Really?
So, yeah, this one guy was like, he goes, and it was fun. I love when like other family get involved and they start going back and forth. So this one guy was like, he's like, you know, does anybody see a problem with the fact that, you know, that why do these women have these attitudes like they got to be the boss? Because it was the joke about, I work for my wife, I'm her employee, right? And this dude was like, you know, like going off about how
I do see some of them that are like, this makes me never want to get married. I see that one often.
But the funny part is, you know, people jump in and they're like, okay, first of all, it's over exaggerated, you know, and then a lot of people are like, well, you don't know the podcast, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Really? People are commenting that?
Oh yeah. And like, you know, you don't really get it and it's comedy and, you know, blah, blah. And then he comes back and replies and then somebody else replies and then somebody goes, well, are you married? And he's like, no, divorced 3 times. And this is exactly the reason. And it's like, dude, do you not realize?
That's the reason?
Do you not realize it's you, dipshit?
Perhaps you were the reason.
You're the problem. Yeah. You don't get it, right? Yeah. And then another one that I really enjoy, and it's probably my favorite comment. And you'll get a few of them, right? And this guy goes, this guy is so pee-whooped. Right? And we've talked about it before. This guy's so pussy whooped. And it's like, dude, first of all, how do you not get it? Right? You know, I am in love with my wife. And for you to sit there and go, well, you're pussy whooped. Well, dude, is your friend going to be there for you? You know what I mean? Like what is wrong with loving your spouse? What is wrong with trying to make a life together? What is wrong with trying to go out of your way so that your wife is happy and comfortable, and vice versa. Yeah. Right. So it just makes me laugh, and the funny part is it's always.
But it's from your point of view too. Like you're hearing all of these stories told from your exaggerated point of view, and I feel like I do have to say though, I feel like in this special, more than others, you particularly shit on me.
Do you think so?
Yeah, like I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful that we have the podcast
for
this special. Because if people just saw your special, I look really terrible.
Well, you look terrible for those 2 years. Those 2 years were a bad 2-year Renae year. Okay? She wrecked the truck.
I wrecked the truck.
Like it was a bad Renae year. So the special came out on a bad Renae year. But again, you know, and when it comes to my stand-up, I always try to have a balance.
Yeah, this one, I don't know that there was so much balance. I remember all of the discussions about when we were getting ready for the special. You were like, I need to find the balance. I don't know that I found the balance. And now that it's out there in the universe and you're getting all the feedback, I feel like we tried to find the balance and maybe we didn't.
No, I make sure that in the special, I do the whole bit about, you know, where I go, why do you put up with this? Yeah. And then I go, because I love her. And this is why I love her. And then I give the reasons how I have fallen in love with you over and over and over and over again. You know?
I was going to say I think I love that story in the...
Keep talking, I got to pee.
You're doing it in the theater tour that you are on right now. Steve shares a story, and we've had this story since the beginning of us. I don't know if we've ever... Rick, have we ever told on the podcast about how my dad got Bell's palsy?
Yes. 3 times.
Yeah. Well, Steve, because I just think it's such a like funny, crazy story that my dad gets Bell's palsy when he finds out Steve and I are dating. And then Steve gets Bell's palsy like 3 months into us living together. And he just never quite found a way to tell that story, or he would be filming the set and it didn't feel like it fit in with the rest of what that special was turning out to be. And so he now on stage has found a way to tell that story. It's very funny. I think it's very sweet. And maybe because it's just such a part of our history. Like, I just love that he finally found a way to weave that in.
No, but I was listening the whole time. Sorry. Had to pee. Everybody says, drink more water. All I do is piss. I try to drink more water, and then I piss all day. I really like that bit. And what I like about that bit that we're doing right now live on tour is I do go, we're different people.
Yeah.
Right? You're this, I'm that. You're this, I'm that. You're this, I'm that.
I wreck trucks, you don't. Got it.
True. But ultimately, and that's one of those bits that I need to tie it all in together. So I'm still working on figuring out a way to tie it in together at the end to go, the reason that me and you are successful is because we are different.
Yeah.
You are the research. I got to do research and I got to figure it out and I got to do this. And I'm the fuck it.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So then we end up with a balance in between the two of us.
Yeah.
I make you pull the trigger and do stuff. You slow me down so that we do it right.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a balance there that when you look at it, you go, man, if me and you had the same personality, we'd be a fucking disaster. And sometimes I see that.
When two
you'll
very
see
alike people.
Yeah, you see a couple and you go,
Yeah.
oh, they're both fucking out of their minds. Like, I'm out of my mind and Renae pulls me back. And then you are very close and I bring you out.
Yeah.
I have, you have shown me, hey, it's okay to have alone family time. That's important. But I've also showed you, hey, having all these cousins and all these people around is also very valuable.
It's lovely too. Yeah.
And we find a way to meet in the middle. And I think, I honestly think that makes for a very successful marriage is that we are very different.
Yeah.
And we are very...
If you're willing to compromise. Because we're both so different, there's a lot of compromise that comes to the table.
Well, mainly for me. Mainly for me. Renae does not compromise.
Because I'm right and you're wrong.
You're the best. I'm the worst. Renae does not compromise much at all. But
that's not true. That's not true.
It is true. No. People, when somebody lies, you just stare at their face. Stare at their face, and they'll tell you if they're lying. Look at me. Say it's not true.
What's not true?
Do you compromise?
Yes, I compromise.
Look you see how many times she blinked? Yeah, she looked away. She blinked. That is a sign.
My phone is going off and we're getting text messages.
But no, I love that bit, and I love but again, that's why we invented. That's why not invented, but that's why we decided to do this podcast because we wanted to show the back and forth,
Yeah.
And to the person and to the people that say, oh, you're pussy whooped. I'm sorry, but you're never gonna find love. You're never gonna find a future. And man, dude, life, and we're learning this through your dad. And I learned it through my dad and through my stepmom that, hey man, at the end of the day, it's you and your girl.
Yeah.
It's you and your wife. If your dad didn't have your mother, he'd be going through cancer alone.
Yeah.
And if your mother didn't have your father, right? It's who are you going to share your whole life with? Right? And I'm sorry, but I don't want to do it alone.
Yeah.
And I remember, dad telling me that, and dad saying, look, at the end of the day, you kids are going to grow up and leave. That's the person that's going to be with me.
Yeah.
That's the person that's going to be next to me. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to be alone. I'm sure people are very okay being alone.
Yeah.
I like having a partner. I like having a teammate. I like somebody to laugh with. I like somebody to go to a movie with. I like somebody to fight with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's me. So if I'm pussy whooped, then I'm pussy whooped.
No, but you really have set yourself up with a challenge in what you want to say in your stand-up because it is your perspective, but you are constantly having discussions in your head and with me. How does my character on stage, on your stage, still come across and have a voice? And
no, I always say, in every story that I tell,
yeah,
Renae is right, and she's also wrong.
Yeah,
Steve is right, and he's also wrong. For example, if you haven't seen I Speak Wife, there is a story there where Renae asked me to take vacation. I don't want to take vacation. I take the vacation. Turns out that her sister gets invited to New York to be on Say Yes to the Dress. Of course Renae goes.
Yeah.
Right? So it'd be different if I took vacation and then willy-nilly you said, hey, fuck you, I'm going to New York. That would be wrong.
Yeah.
In this case, it's wrong to ask me to go to on vacation and then you leave. However, you are right to leave because that is a memory that'll last a lifetime.
And I'm glad you were on vacation because you can watch the kids.
Well, right. So it worked out. But my point is that in that situation, I am wrong for being frustrated with you for leaving.
Yeah.
But I'm also right for being frustrated for you leaving because I'm now on vacation.
This is not what we planned. Yeah.
Right. So in every story, you are right and you are wrong. Yeah. And I am right and I am wrong. Right now I'm doing that joke about you turning everything into a party.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where me and Travis were going to do bouncy house and pizza for the boys.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you turned it into a party. Well, you were wrong for turning it into a party, but you're also right for turning it into a party.
I'm laughing because this is one of those jokes where we still don't agree. But your interpretation is still so different than mine.
But I am wrong for telling you not to turn it into a party.
Yeah.
But I'm also right in telling you it doesn't have to be a party.
Yeah, sure.
So, I really try to find that balance in between, when I tell the story that, hey, we're, the Vegas story.
The Vegas
the
story.
free range
Which
titties.
Vegas? I was going to say, I feel like there's more than one Vegas story. Which one?
The free range titties.
Got it.
Right? I am wrong for not communicating. I am wrong for not talking to you and letting you know what I was doing. I was wrong for staying out till 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I was wrong. However, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't cheating on you. I wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were right to come and fucking get me and yell at me. But you're also wrong see, so there's always that back and forth. But I think
that's life.
That is marriage.
Yeah.
And that is life. And I think if, for somebody to say, oh, he's pussy whooped, that's such a classless, ghetto, unintelligent thing to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I admire people who are in love. I admire people that have great relationships. I admire growth.
Yeah.
I really admire growth.
Yeah.
I've seen my dad grow. I've seen my dad, from a very cold, macho dude, be somewhat sweet and kind and a different man over time.
Yeah.
And I admire that, There's another really cool thing I wanted to show you that I thought was really quite interesting. And I hope, my cousin Carlos, he's such a good dude, and his son, my second cousin Carlos, man, he wrote something on Facebook that, man, he's such a good writer too. Like he works for Coke Refinery, but he also he writes stuff on Facebook that
is this related to your special? Like he wrote something about your special, or
it's related to life,
and
what we're talking about. So here's what he put on Facebook.
Okay,
I don't think I'm looking for love anymore. I just want that double income y'all couples be having. Split some bills. Go out to a nice dinner every now and then. Go on road trips. Travel. And just stay and watch Netflix murder documentaries together. Love can grow over time. But splitting rent and mortgage brings a certain special kind of happiness right away. And I just thought, wasn't that cool? Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It was so funny, but it's so interesting that it's like, and number one, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And he's a hardworking guy, and he's not a bad looking guy, and he's loyal and honest. And then here's this guy that you're going, why not him?
Yeah.
But again, they always say nice guys finish last.
Yeah.
I was not a nice guy when I met you. I was aggressive. But and I hate that I'm blanking right now. One of my favorite managers of comedy clubs. God, why am I blanking her name? I'm embarrassed because I love her. Well, she was in Philly, and then she ended up in Sacramento this weekend. Hardworking girl.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I'm blanking on her name too. Really thin,
Yes.
long hair.
Oh, you met her in Philly.
Yes. Shoot.
God, Lisa, is it?
No,
God,
it's not.
dog it, I hate that I'm freaking
Okay.
forgetting her name. Anyway, she now has a boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
And we sat and talked about it. And she goes, I'm very, she goes, I'm trying to explain how she said it. She basically was like, oh my God, he takes care of me.
Yeah.
He opens the door for me. He's polite.
Yes.
He thinks of me first. He's a very nice guy. He's also manly, but he also respects who I want to be and how,
Yeah.
But it was really interesting. I go, well, dude, how did you guys meet? And she goes, you're not gonna believe this, online. So then I started thinking, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
online's gotta be great for those nice guys.
Why? How so?
Because they don't have to meet in a bar. They don't have to be aggressive. They don't have to be the guy at the bar going, hey.
Right.
Right? It's they can have a real conversation online.
They just have to have a good online profile.
Well, but Carlos has game.
Yeah.
Obviously he can write.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is one of those things where it's so funny.
We need to make an online profile for Carlos.
He's probably gonna kill me, dude. I don't even think he knows that I'm.
It's okay. He doesn't watch the podcast.
I should probably text him and go, hey, by the way,
we made you an online profile.
Yeah, we're trying to get you some pussy, bro. He wants to be pussy whooped too.
How was Sacramento though?
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
I freaking love it, and it's so interesting. California is so interesting. Like, they have their own thing going on over there in Sacramento, and they say things like hella, and but the crowds are always great. That Punchline is one of my favorite comedy clubs. It's a lot like the Addison Improv, where it's a perfect box. Mm-hmm. The ceilings are low, the stage is the right height.
Yeah.
The sound is good. It just has the room has just an amazing vibe. However, I did walk on stage and I go, do you realize that you're the only comedy club in the country that has a metal detector?
Really?
Like when they walk in, it's like, give me your shit.
Beep, beep.
Yep. And and it's just, man, you go like, what the fuck? I mean, it's,
yeah. Is it not in a good neighborhood?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I
you just show up and do the show.
I mean, the only thing that sucks about Sacramento is there's not much to do.
Yeah.
So we watched a movie, Wakanda Forever, which I thought was really great.
Yeah.
Friday, and then Saturday we just went and watched the football games. But the shows are amazing, and all the people that came out. And I hate that I don't have a couple gave me a really cool picture of us. And I told him I would show it on the thing, and I Timmy's Timmy, so it's got to be over there somewhere. But I had a great time, and it was good. Like I had taken Halloween off, so this was my first week back.
Yeah,
and I was excited to be back on stage. I was excited to perform, and I do realize that, man, I do need to take a break for the sake of me and the sake of the audience, right? And it's like I tell. Anybody that works for us, if you need time off, take that time off.
Yeah.
Because I want 100% of you at work than 50% of you at work, right? I'd rather have you 100% with a day off than 50% without a day off.
Yeah.
Right? And it just makes me feel like when I am energetic about going on stage again and I am excited about performing, I know I'm giving a better show. I know I'm being more creative. I know I'm having more fun.
Yeah.
And it just makes for a better show. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a professional, and I know that people paid good money to see me, so I will always give the very, very best show that I can give.
Yeah.
But it just felt good I was energized.
I was going to say, it's a different energy.
Well, and there's times when, like before this long break with my family, there was times where I'm like, it's not that I don't want to be on stage, it's that I'm sad. because I miss my family.
Yeah.
You know,
You're sad on stage?
I'm sad there.
I was going to say, I feel like you love being on
I love
stage.
once I'm on
That's
stage,
your thing.
but still, yes, I love being on stage, but I'm sad because I miss my kids or you know, there was a time there that we were on the road so much that Garrett would cry.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I remember.
and Garrett would go, Dad, I miss you. And
Wasn't
when
that
you
long
gotta
ago.
go? And
Yeah.
so this time, like Garrett was good. We were all good
Yeah.
with me on the road. So with my family being good at home, I was good there.
Yeah.
You know, which,
Although I do have to say it's interesting. I think where Delilah is being more vocal about where is Dad and missing you and
what did she
wanting
tell you?
time with you.
What did she tell you?
This week while you were gone, I said, "Are you Mommy's cuddle bug?" And she goes, "Daddy's cuddle bug." And then she said, "Daddy's my favorite." And she repeated it. She said it more than once while you were gone.
I'm Garrett's favorite. I'm Delilah's favorite.
Even this morning, you were doing interviews.
But you know
And
what
that
the
was
good
hard.
news
she
is?
She wanted to see you before she went to school, and she just wanted you to hold her, and you were on the phone doing all these interviews, and she wanted you.
But the good news is I have the kids. You have Lori and Rebecca.
What do you mean?
That you're their favorite.
Oh. Well, there's that.
You are their favorite, and I am the kids' favorite. And we're all just kind of kids over there doing our thing and wrestling and having fun and playing. But, you know, I don't want to miss this point because, you know, look, I really feel so blessed and so lucky because, man, you know, you hear these stories about, well, we don't get along with our in-laws at all.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we can't have the in-laws here, or, you know, shit has gone down. I mean, I have amazing in-laws. You have amazing.
How did we
in-laws,
jump to
you know?
in-laws? Where did that go?
Well, because I was about to get to the point about how I was feeling good with things at home. I was feeling good with being excited about being on stage. Everything was good.
Yeah.
And your dad always says, like, you know, when me and your dad go gambling, he goes, I cannot go gamble unless everything at home is right. He always says that.
Yeah.
He goes, I have to be in a good space. I have to know that I've done my job. Bills are paid. My family's been taken care of. All the loose ends are tied up.
Yeah.
So that I can go enjoy. And it's like, oh man, he's right.
Yeah.
You know, like you really have to have, you know, all these things in order. And I really try to have all those things in order. And it's like my dad always says, boys drink, men celebrate.
Yeah.
Because there's a big difference between drinking and celebrating. He goes, men just drink just to drink.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get drunk and I want to drink. He goes, men work hard and celebrate a good work week. They celebrate a birthday party. They celebrate a wedding. They celebrate a family, you know, a family function. That you can celebrate, but drinking just to drink, that's an alcoholic. And it goes back to that, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Is everything good? You know? So I am a little nervous because, you know, we don't know what your dad's treatment is going to be like. We don't know when it's going to start. Me and you have Vegas together coming up on December 1st, that weekend. And hopefully, you know, that things will be okay.
Yeah.
You know, but if they're not, then I worry.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like Christmas. We haven't even planned Christmas because we don't know what is going to happen through this process.
Yeah.
You know, so other than that, we are in good spirits. We're happy.
Yeah.
Right? How was your weekend without me?
It was great. No, it felt like the first weekend I'd been home with the kids in a long time because I've been kind of running in different directions. So that's why I decorated a Christmas tree this weekend. I decorated it in the garage because I wasn't ready to pull it in the house yet. And then I had pink and purple glitter all over your jujitsu mat. And I was like, oh, shit.
No. And then the funny part is she goes, I'll decorate our 12-foot Christmas tree in the barn and then you can take it inside. I go, how do you see that happening?
No, I mean, I was talking about it with someone else, and it sounded like a good idea to them. Like, can't you stage the tree in another room and get it all decorated? And then, like,
you're not the McCutcheons.
Pull it into the house?
That's what's fucking crazy, dude. Do you know about this, Lori? The McCutcheons have a Christmas tree closet. They literally slide the entire Christmas tree into a secret closet, close the fucking door, and then Christmas comes, they open the door, and it's like an 18-footer?
I don't know.
And then they freaking roll. And Renee's like, I want that.
I would just like, I want to live in Thanksgiving. Like, I'm really excited. Look, clearly in my orange, I want to live in Thanksgiving until Thanksgiving. But then it just like, it all happens so fast. And how do you take it all down and put all the Thanksgiving away and put all the Christmas out? And so I just thought in my downtime between now and Thanksgiving, I could have trees decorated. And then that way we just
you don't even know, dude. We got a phone call yesterday. Renae and I decided to take Delilah to school together, so we did. We get a phone call yesterday from my friend Matt to me, and I get on speaker, and I'm like, hey, man, what's up? And I'm like, as always, Renee's here. Yeah. And by the way, men always have to do that so we don't say any nasty shit because of the way we talk to each other. Uh-huh. And I go, hey, Renee's here. And he was like, you know what? He's like, I wasn't even calling to talk to you. He was, as a matter of fact, he's like, I would really like to talk to Renae right now.
I'm glad she's there because she's the one I have a complaint with.
He's like, I want to bitch at her. And then the best part was Renae would go, hold on. And he goes, no. He goes, you let me finish. He goes, I don't know what the fuck you did. He goes, but you have convinced Lacey to buy a huge Christmas tree. He goes, and it cost this much money. And then now she needs on you, all because of you, Captain Evil. You are slowly breaking people's marriages up.
No. One Christmas tree at a time?
One Christmas tree at a time. But we are excited. We have big plans to do a podcast with Renae and another girlfriend of hers. And we, as much as Renae and I love this podcast, we decided that that Renae, Captain Evil, needs her own podcast where
I talk about all things evil.
Yes, well, where you can show off, where you can really show off your ability to decorate and your ability to put things together is just phenomenal.
Yeah, and
you're always doing really cool stuff for Halloween and really cool stuff for holidays. To really get into what it's like to be a mother, a modern day mother.
Yeah.
What it means to
be extra,
to do all the cool things that you do and really display those. So we're hoping that maybe we get this thing off and running, and a lot of you will join Renae on her journey. So if that is something that you would be interested in, please comment. Please let us know because Renae, I think that you could have an amazing podcast.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know if I would definitely not fly solo the way you did the other day.
I didn't mind it. It's just, it's a different podcast.
Yeah.
Bill Burr does a podcast completely by himself.
That's crazy.
And he goes off and he does his thing, but that's what that is.
Yeah.
Right. And by the way, Bill's a different comedian than I am.
Yeah.
Bill's,
I think I'm just excited to have another avenue to show all of the fun, girly stuff that I'm interested in that has nothing to do with comedy.
Our marriage.
Yeah.
It's and we talk about that all the time. Like being a 2022 mom.
Yeah.
And woman in general, it's so difficult. And I blame women. I do. I blame women.
Oh, I can't wait to read the comments now.
No, I blame women because there's so much pressure for, you stay home with the kids. That there's people that have that attitude.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do? And it's like, well, I run a family and I'm raising great kids. Like, what do you mean? What do I do?
Yeah.
So the idea of this stay-at-home mom has become.
I don't know. I think it's changed. I think,
but that's why
you see that sometimes, and then things flex and they go the other direction, and I'm not sure where we are in this very moment. But
that's what I mean. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes it's, hey, be mommy homemaker, and then sometimes it's, well, what do you do?
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's...
I think, but COVID changed that, you know, moms started homeschooling their children. And now there's like all these really cool, I follow a bunch of really cool Instagram accounts that homeschool, even though we don't homeschool our children.
But that's why I'm saying that I think this podcast could be really special, because it is very difficult to be a modern woman in 2022. And you are constantly trying to figure out what that means.
Yeah. Or more so, what's right for my family, and how do I want to do it for my family? How do I want to mother for my family?
And it's tough, right? Yeah. And then there's women that you know I've spoken to, or other couples where, you know, they have two incomes, and then they decided, because we have these two incomes, because she works and I work, we're gonna buy this big house, and then they buy the big house, and then they go, oh crap, now we for sure both have to work.
Yeah.
And then, oh, wait a minute, our kids are only in our house for a very short period of time, and we're both going to spend that time working when we can make it on one income if we lower the size of our house, the payments, if we sacrifice a little bit, and having that, that discussion, right?
Yeah.
Do we back off on the house? And you know what I mean? So it's just complicated to be a woman. But again, I blame women. Women are judgy. Men don't judge. I don't judge.
I don't judge either.
I don't care what women do.
I'm not judgy.
I think it's admirable for a woman to decide to stay home and take care of her family. Same thing with a man. If a man in today's society said, "Hey man, my wife makes a shit ton of money, and I stay home," I wouldn't look at that dad and be like, "Dude, you're a lazy piece of shit." I would go, "Dude, I bet you're at home busting your ass.
Yeah.
I bet you're making sure that the house is taken care of. It's not easy."
Yeah.
You know, so I feel the same way with women. Hey, I'm sure it's hard. And I'm sure you're at home busting your ass. Stay-at-home mom doesn't mean that you're eating bonbons watching fucking...
For sure not.
You know.
Yeah.
But I feel like women are the ones that are like, oh.
No, I don't know.
Not
the women I know.
Oh, you don't work?
Not the women I know.
Because you live in this fucking neighborhood.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
What do you think it is?
What do I think? No, I am saying I think that in a post-COVID world, I think it has changed how people look at things.
Maybe. But again, that's why I think this podcast is valuable.
Yeah.
Because I think women out there that watch this have so much to deal with. Men, we don't have as much to deal with as women do. You know,
I happen to have a lot of girlfriends who are work from home moms, and several who were work from home moms before COVID happened. And they make it work. An interesting balance all in its own. Is how do you work from home?
And they make it work, and they you know. And it's by the way, all of it's hard.
Yeah.
None of it's easy. All of it is hard, right? And in the meantime, we do our best to have nice things, to raise our kids the best way possible, to make sure that our kids have college and a future, right? And it's all hard.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's especially hard for women. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, I feel like you keep harping on that. And to me, that's not the only thing the podcast is. It is going to be fun DIYs. It is going to be cocktail recipes. It is going to be stuff about hosting. It is going to be things that fall sort of in that lifestyle domestic category. But it's
1,000%. But I also think that you guys
shared by a modern woman.
I also think that you guys should dive deep into the struggles.
Well, it's not your podcast, Steve Trevino.
I know. I'm just making suggestions, and I'm interested to see what people say.
Yeah.
I think in my opinion, you cover women's mental health. I think you cover design. Yeah. I think you cover clothes. I think you cover interior decorating. I think you cover food. I think you cover holidays.
Yes.
And everything that it means to be a woman in 2022.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I think. And a mom.
Of course, that's the heart of it. My children are my world. I never knew I would love being a mom so much.
When do I become your world?
You are my world, Steve Trevino.
Well, what song would I sing you?
What song? Oh, yes. When we were dating, Steve loves Aladdin. Steve loves the sappiest movies. You love the sappiest movies.
Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, Dirty Dancing. You could watch The Notebook over and over again.
Love The Notebook, even though I think she's a whore.
And you would sing a whole new world to me all the time when we first started dating.
But I relate to Aladdin.
Yeah.
I do, man. I was the street rat.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. I was the street rat that married the fucking princess. And your dad didn't want me because I wasn't a king, because I wasn't some hot shot at fucking NYU. I was the street rat. So I relate to being the street rat, marrying the queen, the princess, becoming the king, right? And Garrett is Apu.
We just need a tiger.
Yeah, and you're... We do. Now we're going to get a tiger. Fuck. Shit. I should have kept my mouth shut. We're getting a tiger.
I was going to say we have chickens, but we don't have chickens. They got eaten while we were gone.
Don't fucking tell everybody that our chickens got attacked. We lost the chickens.
But I think I'm in the market for some little... What are the goats that don't grow big? The little, like the pygmy goats?
Oh, the pygmy
Or is there
goats.
something smaller than a pygmy goat that like stays
No, we're going to
small?
get 2 pygmy goats and more chickens. We need to. But I also got to put some more security out there. I tried to do everything I could to keep the critters out, but I need to figure out a better way.
We don't even know what got them. We weren't here.
We
We just came home to feathers and no chickens.
Man, on that note, I was going to ask you something, and now you screwed me up. Oh, okay. Well, I forgot. But I know we covered a lot.
No, and actually, you know what? We do have... Before we wrap up, we have a couple of announcements. We do the New Year's card every year.
Oh, yeah.
For the family. And that is up on your website. That's
okay,
live.
so those of you that are new, Renae and I are always trying to find ways to show our appreciation. We're always trying to find ways to show you that you are our family. So if you would like a New Year's card, physical New Year's card from the Trevinos, like we send to our family, then go to my website. It'll pop up right away. Fill it out, and we will send you. God, it's getting expensive, dude. But we will send you a New Year's card because we want you to have it. We want you to have us on your refrigerator. We want you to know that you are our family and that we love you. So
Yeah.
please sign up for that. Another announcement?
It'll be up. No, that was it. It'll be the sign up will be up for a couple weeks, and then we got to shut it down so we can do all the back end of making sure everybody gets their cards. But that is live on your website now if people want to sign up for it.
So we'd love for you to sign up, and we'd love for you to have a New Year's card from the Trevinos because, you know, we want you to know that, man, we love you guys, we appreciate you guys, and we do 1,000% think of you as family.
And then thank you to everyone watching this special. Like, I know we talked about it, but the views, the shares, all of that, like, it matters. It makes a difference. So.
Well, and do me a favor. You don't even have to watch it. Just keep letting it play. Every time you let it play, I get a click.
On every device.
Every device you have,
device.
do me a favor and just let it play because we're really trying to make some noise with it. And I think we are. We're up to 740,000 views right now.
Yeah.
And that's just awesome. So thank you guys for the continued support. Old Salt Coffee, Pick Cherries, Aztec Chevrolet for taking care of us. And please know that your thoughts, your prayers, your comments,
Yes, mean the world.
they really mean the world to us. And for those of you that, man, we have not got to the challenge coins that I need to get to. I did not have the picture that you gave me. Thank you. But we're doing our best. And we love you guys. We will see you soon. We have lots to be thankful for. I guess we have one more episode before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're going to have a lot of people here. Maybe we'll put some of the family on.
That could be fun.
That'd be fun.
That could be fun.
Thanks, guys. Later.
Wait,
Oh.
this actually is the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah. No. No, it airs Friday. Thanksgiving's next Thursday.
Oh, but the episode.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh.
Later, guys.